Cruise news time, and just when you think you've heard it all, I've got something else to tell you. You've heard about no cruise ports, you've heard about no entertainment on board. Well, how about no alcohol? How about the drinks are no longer available? How about the customers with the drink package are being denied? Denied in Hawaii. Interesting. Also, Princess Cruise Line in court yesterday, and it wasn't favorable. It wasn't favorable. That and more in today's show, Cruise News. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news updates. Welcome to the show. It is January the 13th, 2022, and I'm glad you're here. We do have the cruise news to process through, but before we get there, today's the day. It's 10 years since the tragedy of the Costa Concordia. The Costa Concordia, a cruise ship that ran aground off an island in Italy, capsizing, and tragically 32 people losing their life in that tragedy. It's probably good to take a moment of self-reflection, a moment of remembering that life is short, a moment of remembering that tomorrow is not guaranteed, even if you're doing the thing that you love. And so, reminding myself and a reminder to you guys out there to remember to be thankful for what you have and who you have in your life, and to be mindful of those that have experienced tragedy that maybe we have not. And so, we'll take a second and reflect and remember on the Costa Concordia. All right, let's jump into the cruise news. We'll change gears a little bit. We'll take it up a little bit with the energy level and talk about the day that Princess Cruise Line had yesterday. Two big Princess stories. They had to go to court yesterday over probation violations. They were pulled into court by their PO. It's like it's a TV show. And also, big news coming out of Hawaii involving whether or not passengers on the Princess Cruise can get drinks. First, the day in court. You may remember in 2017, Princess was found guilty of some illegal dumping, and they were fined $40 million and put on probation. There were things that were stipulated that they had to do so that they would not get into further trouble. Well, fast forward to 2019, and as they were being checked up upon, they were found to be in violation of their probation. So the things that they agreed to do, they were found that they were not fully complying with that, and they were fined $20 million. So this is $60 million at this point. And then just yesterday in a court of Miami, they were found to be in violation of their probation again. They went to court with a plea bargain, a plea agreement, and this time they have to pay $1 million. And so, it's like Princess is like that teenage kid that you're trying to get on the straight and narrow, but she keeps coming home late after her curfew. I mean, it's more serious than that. I was just trying to be analogous to something we might deal with, because I don't think any of us are shelling out $61 million for anything. Holy moly, that's a lot of coin. Yeah, anyways, part of the reason that cruising has a challenged reputation are stories like this. But yeah, it's that is the story. It's worth talking about, because if we love that cruise life, we have to look at the beauty of it, and we have to look at the ugly of it, and we have to pull together to try to make it more beautiful than ugly, right? Am I right? Am I right? Princess, how about that? So let's transition from Princess's day of court. Let's talk about some of these reports coming off of cruise ships of people that were stuck in quarantine. I've read countless accounts of people that have been on cruise ships that have complained that they've had the worst time. I've read other accounts where people have had positive experiences in quarantine. The one that's annoying me is there's one that's circulating that says people were served rotten food. And when you dig deeper, the rotten food was one moldy orange. Somebody along the way got a moldy orange, and now that means that rotten food is being served on the cruise ships to people in quarantine. Is it beyond reasonable that accidentally one moldy orange could have showed up on somebody's plate? I'm just saying. So take it with a grain of salt when you're reading these accounts, because, people are bummed out to be in quarantine, but sometimes the hyperbole is used. But all that said, I did want to recommend to you an article I read out of the LA Times today about a comedian who was tested multiple times, but on the first day of her cruise, she became positive. She got isolated, and she's very eloquent in writing out what it was like in quarantine for her days on the cruise ship. And I thought it was really fair, and I thought it, you know, I thought if you want to read one of somebody that's on a cruise ship, I think that this one's a good one to read. I will leave a link to that in the description. But yeah, this is the article. Here's the title if you want to search for it yourself. But yeah, it was pretty good, and it was funny, and I think it's probably pretty accurate to what a lot of people are going through in quarantine. There you go. Now, we got to talk about this letter that was sent out to passengers on the Grand Princess on the 11th of January about whether or not they could get drinks anymore on the cruise ship. We're going to get there, but first, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Big welcome to everybody that's joined the Loca fam over the last few days. We are glad to have you here. We're trying to hit our goal this year of 18 million subscribers. We can do it. Please be a part of that number. Hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and you'll be good to go. Notified when new episodes come out. All right, the Grand Princess, one of the first cruise ships to make her way back to the island of Hawaii. Her cruise is in full swing. She's been to Honolulu, and now she has a port stop in Maui. Well, the night before the port stop in Maui, passengers get this letter. And dig this. Dear Princess guest, we hope you are enjoying your time aboard Grand Princess. Due to local regulations in Maui regarding liquor service, we unfortunately will be able to serve any alcoholic beverages on board while we are in port tomorrow. This pause in alcoholic beverage service will take place from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and will affect all guests regardless of whether they have purchased a beverage package. Soft drinks, juices, coffee, mocktails, water, and other non-alcoholic beverages will be available at bars, restaurants, the International Cafe, and through the Medallion Class app. We apologize for any disappointment this may cause and appreciate your understanding. We hope you enjoy your day and look forward to continuing our voyage together. Best regards, Michelle, the hotel general manager, Grand Princess. How about that? Did they know before the cruise that there was going to be a day of no drinks? If they did, should they have told people? Maybe they didn't know. How would you feel if you had the drink package? I would assume that there's going to be some sort of refund on their drink package. I don't know. But yeah, an interesting story. Thanks to Stephanie M for sending me this letter. Look, I don't ever drink that much. I don't buy the drink package. It wouldn't ruin my day. But if part of your cruise experience was getting your drink on, would this really bum you out? I could imagine that it would. Boom, that's your cruise news. Princess front and center today. What do you think about these stories? Leave a comment below. Thank you so much for checking out the show today. Hope you enjoyed it. You can show that you did by hitting the like button, or if you didn't like it, you can hit the dislike button. But if you don't do either one of those things, I'm forced to punish you. And today's punishment is that on your next cruise, there's going to be a pillow shortage, and every 2 people have to share 1 pillow, which could be really awkward for solo travelers. Do it. Hit the like button, or pillow punishment for you. This is Tony for Lido Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.